Is a real reason you're not getting to 12 to 15% body fat because you're eating too many different meals. Now, I can tell you the same issue shows up every time for guys who are trying to get into shape. Not discipline, not motivation, not macros, just too much variety and zero structure. So, in this video, I'm going to show you the core meal system that I use to make nutrition simple, repeatable, and predictable. You're going to learn why recipes kill consistency, how decision fatigue destroys your diet, and what structure actually looks like when you want to stay lean without thinking about food all day. Let's get into it. Now, I keep seeing these ads on Instagram. One guy in particular promoting healthy recipe books. And honestly, I just want to say to the guy, you are the problem. Because it's not a lack of recipes that keeps people stuck, it's a lack of simplicity and structure. And recipes make everything harder. Which one do you choose? What ingredients do you need? What equipment do you need to buy? So many logistics aren't accounted for. And that's because there's no system, just options. And options create chaos. Now, that recipe book will be stuck in your inbox in a few days whilst you're sat there eating another Uber Eats. And that's because you didn't build a structure that you can actually follow. Now, the part that most people don't realize is you don't need more meal ideas, you need fewer repeatable ones. When you're constantly trying to cook new meals, you burn out. You get tired of deciding. Every meal becomes a new choice. And the more choices you make, the more likely you are to fall back on convenience. Now, it's not about motivation, it's about decision fatigue. When I was a kid, me and my little brother, we used to go to this toy shop called Joto's in Rugby, right? And I'd go in there knowing exactly what I wanted. I just wanted a bag of stamps. I collected stamps, just got my stamp collection delivered actually from the UK the other day. My little brother, on the other hand, obsessed with Thomas the Tank Engine at that point, and he would go in to get a new train. But honestly, I don't know how many of these Thomas the Tank Engine trains there were. I mean, when I watched the program, there was only 5 or 6 trains. Somehow they created a whole bloody collection of them so that 5-year-olds can go into Joto's and spend an hour choosing what the hell toy they want, and eventually you just come out with Thomas or whatever. Now, this is exactly what a recipe book is like. When you're trying to cook new meals, you burn out, you get tired of deciding. You're in there, you're just like, which one do I go for? Every meal becomes a new choice. It's not about motivation, it's about removing decision fatigue. So this is where things get interesting, because the real enemy isn't hunger or willpower, it's disorganization. And this is how we fix that. Are you ready for how simple this is? This is the core meal system. 1 breakfast, 2 to 3 lunches or dinners, 1 snack. That's it. Repeat that every day until you get lean. No decisions, no new recipes, just controlled repetition. Here's the craziest part. Once you've built these meals, getting to 12% body fat feels effortless because you're no longer guessing, you're just executing. Everything's running on autopilot. Now, you're probably wondering, what do these core meals look like? Yeah, I can commit to that, but what's in them? How do I make them? Well, good news. Actually, we keep it pretty simple. And in the next video, I'm going to be showing you how to build them using the 3x4 framework. You're going to learn how to structure each meal, where to add variety, and how to put together a full day of eating that's going to keep you lean, consistent, and in control. That video is up on the screen now. See you there.